All right, let's get right to it. Most dramatic NFL breakups, because something is going down with Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know what it is because I don't pay any attention to any sport other than the National Football League, because you need to do that. Otherwise, you make grievous errors on TV like someone did yesterday. First pick for you, most dramatic NFL breakups.
Jimmy Johnson, Dallas Cowboys. I mean, that to me, like when we talk about it, just goes right to the forefront of my brain just because, I mean, arguably like the best team I ever saw in my life was those 92-93 Cowboys. And you're like, what? He's leaving? They're in their prime. They might win 3, 4, 5 in a row. Like, what the heck? That's number one on my list.
Yeah, number one for me, Terrell Owens from the Philadelphia Eagles. You have to be specific as to which team, but it was as ugly of a mess as we've ever seen. And one of the points I make in Playmakers, coming out March 15 of 2022, in today's standard of how we regard players who are trying to get more security, more money, more compensation for the things they've done, I think we'd be a little more understanding of what T.O. was trying to do, because he just wanted to be paid fairly, and the Eagles said no, so he did everything he could to get out of there, but that was an ugly, nasty breakup.
It was, no doubt. I'm going to go with Joe Montana and the 49ers. You know, I mean, again, he got hurt at the 1990 NFC Championship game, wasn't ready to play the next year, and they moved on to Steve Young, and he sat there on the roster the whole year as a backup quarterback, 4-time Super Bowl winner, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, and yeah, that was a weird time. Definitely got to play, I think, like the last game of the year that year, maybe, right, when he came back and did some good things or whatever. But after that, it was the Kansas City Chiefs. That's one that certainly is as big a breakup as I can remember.
Antonio Brown and the then Oakland Raiders, 2019. What a mess that was. Starting with the frozen feet in the cryogenic chamber, something that you reported before anyone else.
Boom.
And it went downhill from there.
Boom. Schefter can't mess with me.
Released. AB was released just about a week before the start of the regular season. So that breakup was pretty ugly. The one with the Patriots was pretty ugly too, but he was there for a lot less time than he was with the Raiders.
Yeah, no.
And the breakup with the Steelers. He had 3 bad breakups in 1 year.
I know.
Steelers, Raiders, Patriots.
I know. It's pretty amazing. It really is. Okay, we're going to break.
Round 3. Ugliest breakups.
Marcus Allen and the Raiders. I mean, that's another one. It just we kind of forget about it as the years go by, but there was like true hate there. That's what I remember. Marcus Allen, who, I mean, I've been around him a bunch of times in my life, just seems like the nicest human being ever and as cool as they come, but was talented, was relegated to being backup and fullback for Bo Jackson. It got real ugly at the end between him and Al Davis. And then, of course, then he went to the Chiefs and shoved it up the Raiders' butts every time he played them and scored touchdowns. So that was definitely an ugly breakup.
I don't know that this really is, I don't know. I got others I could choose, but Bill Parcells and the Patriots, and I mention that only because that's the only other time that a coach didn't fly back with his team after a game. It was after Super Bowl 31 when the Patriots lost to the Packers, and we had heard the rumors. We knew it was coming. It was going off the rails. There was dysfunction there, and Parcells ultimately did not get on the plane and go back to New England, and he resurfaced as the head coach of the New York Jets, which made that relationship between those two teams as ugly as it's continued to be, and I think they play this weekend. Do they play this weekend, Jets, Patriots? I think they do.
I'm not even on to next week. I'm still studying week 7, but
we are. I think it is.
We're
on to next week.
Yes, you're right.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll begin the process tomorrow of getting you ready for next week, including the Mega Picks podcast.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.